the new overlay is looking absolutely sick on the 3DS layout, if I do say so myself. But yeah, back to rating Historia. It's been a while since I last played this game, so I kinda have to remember where we are in the story. Looks like there's probably gonna be a bad end coming up soon. I think the game might actually throw a roadblock at me very soon, and I'll have to go back to alternate history in order to fix it. Still a branch right here for some reason. I'm not quite sure why. I don't think there was a choice here. I should probably also say, I think I grinded a little bit. Did I? I think I only just got like and hold up. Where is all my party members? I grinded like a tiny bit. I think like Rosh and Ob were like level 13, level 14. Just grinded a little bit in the Vault of Time, and I think I got this thing. Art of Thunder. Teaches the support skill, and Thunder, rainy only, cannot be sold. So I guess I just teach it to her? So what does that do? End Thunder. Support. End of combo 1 enemy lightning damage. If hits enemy weakness, instantly kills. Okay, I see. So it's a support ability. So she'll only use it if she's not in my party. So maybe I should switch out my party. Ott or Erica? Did I get any new skills for either of them? I don't know if I got this last day while I was grinding. I did get Bomb Trap for Ott. I don't know, right now at the moment, Ott and Erica can only like each do only one thing, really. They're not as flexible as Rainy or Marco. Neither of them know any pushing around skills. And you remember I can also use stealth if I need to. Frick. Don't need to use stealth when I can frickin' run. Frickin' A, okay. Oh, we're gonna need a lot of like pushing around skills for this too. Cause there's not really much I can do against these guys while they're behind shields. Cool. I guess it makes sense, but it's still kind of annoying that I can't like push these shields around. Maybe if I just like attack this shield, it'll. I guess you can't catch a shield off guard, huh? Okay, are you gonna throw a roadblock at me?
What's that sound?
We picked up a troublesome tale. You're hearing the executioner's footsteps. It's Palamedes' division of the Deus Kings, or Deus Knights. And they're on the march. It sounds like no other troop in the army. It's eerie.
Palamedes. I don't like it. I'm scared.
Oh well.
Hey.
Hey, Stock. I'll buy you guys some time. Take Lady Erica's to Cygnus.
Otto, no! I won't allow you to go on your own.
Whoa.
My goodness, what an honor to have that princess herself worry on my account. Put a spring in my step. I feel like I could keep fighting even to my death.
Hey.
Stock, look me in the eye. Good. That's what I wanted to say. I think I can trust you with Lady Erica. But if anything happens to the princess, you're a marked man. Now, I'll go show them what I got. Maybe the executioner will give me a decent challenge.
Otto!
It's gonna die. 07.
It's
Rest
too
in
dangerous
peace.
to stay here. Let's go to Cygnus.
Yes, let's.
So the branch here is probably... Desert Showdown has been added. Did they like bomb the entrance? I guess they did. Okay, they didn't send me towards a roadblock yet. Reaches the sand fortress, but Otto is badly wounded, so... Do we have to like get the one guy his sword? So he doesn't die here, and then... I don't know. Maybe. Maybe I should get more accessories. I don't know, I don't like having to equip accessories in video games. That's why I look up, That's why I look up artifact builds for Genshin. Scary. Wait, the enemies here kind of suck, though.
The sun will set soon.
We'll have to rush if we hope to reach Cygnus today. Tell me though, Erica. Why are we headed there?
To meet Garland, the king of Cygnus.
Last time I met a Garland in a video game, he wasn't exactly the greatest guy.
They're a neutral party in the conflict, after all.
Love the Cygnus arc? Okay. I'm excited now.
King Garland the Mighty. Do you know him?
No, this will be our first meeting. But I've heard that Garland is very honorable. I doubt he would send us away before hearing our plea.
Question is, what do we do until we get there? This area is not safe at night.
Hey, Ott, do you know anywhere around here that's safe to camp?
Oh, there's a cave to the west. There shouldn't be any monsters in there.
Cool.
A cave to the west. All right, let's check it out.
Ott's camp has been added. Are we still in, like, whatever chapter we are in right now? I think we are. Chapter 3. I feel like Chapter 3 has been a lot longer than, Chapter 2 already.
Don't let up.
That's what I get for trying to charge directly into danger. You're weak to poison. And you actually resist fire and... excuse me. Fire and electric. I don't think I have any items that can inflict poison either. Wait, I do. Actually, yeah, if I do like a poison, like use the poison item when they're all stacked up against each other, maybe they will all get poisoned then. Okay, I don't, or maybe it is possible that the tornado is also just immune to poison, which would also make sense. I kinda just want you to punch a tornado. Make this reveal, but I don't know what it is. Okay, no, Erica just friggin' punched a tornado. Gotta love video game logic. I'm surprised that the tornadoes are even enemies. Okay, if I do remember, there is usually... Okay, there's no enemy here. Okay, good. We're about to make camp soon, so I feel like I shouldn't have to heal. I have quite a few mana crystals, but I think I still want to save them. Cool. Okay. Do this, freeze. Okay, I can't freaking grab that while I'm stealth. Okay, it does end eventually, at least.
I guess I wasn't good enough.
Am I about to game over? Maybe I should heal at the, at that save point. Oh, wait, let me get the item first. Healing fruit, cool. I think what Ott and Erica just really need are more skills. A more diverse moveset. We're gonna lose Marco.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Pursuit for some Grand Arc. I should get out of here fast. Ugh. I didn't realize you were enemies. Okay. Just standing there menacingly.
I wasn't good enough.
It's never explained why Erica carries a huge magical rifle. I mean, it's just standard. Like, they have the Samatech guys. Is it like the same kind of technology? an idle animation for when I lose my face tracking, actually.
Stock! Hey!
Oh, shit. I recognize this place. I think this is the place where we kill Rosh in that one vision. Shit. Okay.
We're here.
This seems like a good place to set up camp. It should be safe. Stock, I feel like you should recognize this place.
Wow, what a pretty place.
Look, there's a hole up there. That way it's bright, even at night.
Now that's about what I expect from a traveling performer. You sure know the good places.
Autoplay? Okay. Erica.
Hey, why don't we set up the tent here? Give me a hand, Mark.
Of course.
What's that? Gonna watch the fire stalk? Thanks, I appreciate it.
Okay, self-designed. Okay, thanks.
I never said.
Yeah, but you have stuff to ask Princess Erica, right?
What makes you say that?
You keep looking at her.
I thought I'd been careful to make sure no one noticed.
Women notice this stuff.
Thanks for helping out.
I love Rainy. I love
Sure
Rainy
thing.
so much.
Take your time.
I think she's neat.
Am I beat? After we get this tent set up, I'm going straight to bed.
Oh, Rainy. Don't worry, Stock. I'll handle it. I can take first shift watching the fire.
Men.
That's all right. I'm sure you're tired. I'll keep watch tonight.
Oh, no. I'm fine. Go to bed and relax.
Markov sure is enthusiastic. I know he's only doing his best to help, but I know he's only doing his best to help, but I have to talk to Erica. If I don't do it now, there may not be another opportunity later. I have to think about this one carefully. Is this really a choice? I guess it is. I'll watch the fire and talk to Erica. Does that sound like the best thing to do? Sure.
I appreciate your concern, but I'm not quite ready to sleep just yet. I'll watch the fire for a while, then go to bed. I'll wake you up to take over when it's your shift.
Alright, if that's what you want. I'll get some sleep before taking my shift. Rest well, Stock.
I will.
I kind of wish I feel like I probably should have gotten to the other choice first. In case it was
Everyone else seems to
another
be
bad
fast
end.
asleep.
So they are. On the other side of this wasteland is Cygnus territory. You should rest while you can.
Yes.
I will say, I have seen Erica's old design, the original game. When I was looking up pictures for thumbnails, I haven't found any like spoilers or anything, so you know. And in her original design, she actually has like very short, like fluffy hair, and I think I would prefer that over her princess cut here. So
Stepmother. I didn't think she'd sacrifice innocent citizens who had nothing to do with the resistance. I wish I could have looked into the future, so that this might never have happened.
Why me? You never answered me that. Why did you seek out our help? There are other things I'd like to know too. Why do you seem so sad every time you look at me?
You look like him.
Someone looks that much like me?
I had an older brother.
mm,
His name was Ernst. He was kind and just and strong. But he's no longer with us. My father killed him.
Some of those designs are way different. I didn't see them until I was almost done with my first playthrough, so they're kind of jarring after getting used to the current ones. Yeah, I think out of all of the designs, I think Erica is probably like the most different. But I still think I would 100% prefer her original design over her current one. I think her original design has a bit more personality to it. But also, what's happening right now? Wait, hold
His
on.
own father. The late King Victor.
My father was a tyrant. He had too much pride in his ability to perform the ritual. To save the Earth or to destroy it, either was in his power. He thought of himself as a god, and he began to desire all that there was in this world. He never saw the people suffering. That's why my brother Ernst opposed him directly.
What then?
My initial thought was, you know, maybe Stalk is like Ernst from like an alternate timeline or something? I don't know. Like alternate timeline Ernst slash Stalk. I don't know how that works. I feel like we don't really know much about Stalk actually. Other than he's like been in the Alstom army for like a year or something.
My brother was always one to put his ideals into practice. He did many things for the country. He dug irrigation ditches, built bridges, erected bulletin boards, assisted the tradesmen. The resistance was originally formed by those my brother had become especially close to. They grieved over his death and came together to protect his ideals.
I see. And that's why you went to the Resistance for support.
My brother was also an eager diplomat, building relations with Alistel and the Beastkind. He went to them to do whatever he could to help.
Sorry, I'm just thinking. Sorry. With the Beastkind too. So it's like and Lise. I don't think Lise had like any really had any indication that she recognized Stock. But Ott's behavior is, I guess Ott's behavior is more explained by the fact that she clearly has some she clearly has some kind of like spiritual power that she isn't even exactly aware of.
He was extremely popular with the people of our nation. My father grew afraid. He dismissed my brother's idealism as empty words at first. But slowly he came to realize that he would be replaced. The people would chase him off of his throne, and my brother would rule as the true king. And my father would be forever judged a fool by history.
That's why he killed his son.
For high treason, for daring to disagree. And I could do nothing for him. I loved him so much, but I was too afraid of my father. That's why...
Erica, calm down.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't carry on like that in front of others. But it's strange. Whenever you say my name, the storm in my heart calms.
I do feel like if Stock is indeed perhaps like alternate timeline Ernst or something. Maybe not.
No one was like my brother.
My name is Stock.
Bro zoned.
I am unfortunately not your brother.
Bro zoned.
I couldn't help him. That's why I've come to this decision. I will perform the ritual that my brother was meant to perform. If the world that my brother loved is about to disappear into sand, then I must stop it at once.
So, there's more to your desire to complete the ritual than your duty as a royal.
I will answer the question you asked before.
About what it is you want us to do about the ritual.
Yes. I need you in order to perform this ritual. I need your power specifically, Stock.
The White Chronicle?
What power?
Yes, but that will be the last of the last resorts. If at all possible, I would like to complete the ritual without relying on you. That is my deepest wish.
If worst comes to worst, and you must use that last resort, what must I do?
I'm sorry. I can't tell you anymore. As I said, it's only to be used when all else has failed. So, don't worry about the details.
That makes me worry more.
But I can say that as long as things go on the way they are, no ritual of any kind can be performed.
Because of Protea.
Yes.
Then we'll start there. I'll remove Protea from the throne and install you as queen. And until that happens, I won't ask any more questions. Is that a deal? It's late. You must be tired. Rest well, Erica. If only for a little while.
Thank you, Stock. Good night.
I have a feeling something bad is about to happen.
Who's there?
It's me.
Oh god, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh
Rosh.
no, oh no. Rosh is going to die. By my hand. Is he mad?
What's wrong? Why did you come all the way out here?
Is it because we betrayed Alistel to save Princess Erica?
Tell me, are you in league with the enemy?
Oh man.
What?
Did you really betray Alistel?
I didn't betray anyone. I simply assessed the situation and aided in the princess's escape.
You're traveling with the person you were meant to assassinate. I have to call a spade a spade. You haven't really betrayed us, have you?
No.
All right. Then step aside, and I'll do it for you.
Oh.
Wait, Rosh. This isn't the time for us to be at war.
Don't get in my way, Stock.
I won't let you kill Erica. She needs to live if we hope to save the world.
Save the world? I didn't think you'd get taken in by such grandiose hopes. I don't know how they sweet-talked you into this, but don't abort your mission. If you can't do it, I'll do it for you. Now move!
No. I can't let you do this.
If you're going to get in the way, I'll have to deal with you before killing the princess.
Wait. I don't want to fight you, Rosh.
I don't want to fight you either. So do your job and kill Erica. And if you can't, then shut up and stand aside. I'll finish her off.
Grant me this favor, Rosh. Just let us go.
I can't. It would mean I'd abandon my mission.
Is this where we roadblock?
And if I do that, Sonia's...
Oh.
You see what I'm getting at?
Oops.
What am I supposed to do?
You can't kill her. And you won't let me do it for you. So there's no choice. Alistel's enemy is my enemy. You understand, don't you, Stark?
I know what's going to happen, though. I know what's going to happen, though, and you're going to die, buddy.
I'd expect nothing less from you, Rosh. Even if Sonya wasn't a hostage, you'd still fight for what you believe in.
You're my best friend, after all. You know me better than anyone. Now, face me, Stark.
Ah, shit, it's an actual
I
boss
will
battle.
lose.
Shoot, oh god, my health isn't great either. I wonder if this is going to be like the, fight against Heist. And that, he can't actually kill me. He'll only just, like, take me down to 1 health. Let's see.
Here's a special.
Okay, no, it's a real battle. I guess what I can do, at least now, is that I can see this probably a bad end. I let Marco watch the fire, so leave it to
Much
Marco.
appreciated, Marco. I'll get some rest. I'll be counting on you.
Right. Good night, Stock.
Awkward. Awkward. This is so awkward.
Aren't you going to get some rest?
I suppose. There were some things I wanted to think about. And I needed to speak with Stock as well.
Dumbass.
Stock? Oh, I'm not interfering with anything, am I?
Oh no, of course not. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it like that.
Read the room, Marco. She's so melancholy. I guess she really is serious about this.
Well, I suppose you and Stock are alike in some respects.
Is that so?
Was that a smile? Why would anyone be happy to hear that they're like Stock?
Look out!
Huh?
Erica!
Rosh, you fool.
Rosh, what have you done?
Hey, Stock. Long time no see. I didn't think the princess had so much fight in her.
She didn't even use her gun. She didn't even use her gun.
Why did you do this?
That's my line. Why did you betray Alistel, Stock?
You only heard metal against metal in that battle.
I didn't want to believe it, but after seeing it for myself, I had no choice but to accept what Heist told me.
Ah, you fool. Heist is sus as hell.
Hang in there, Rosh! Rosh!
It all happened so quickly. Rosh killed Marco and Erica before losing his life as a result of the wounds Erica inflicted on him. Did Marco do nothing against him? Now Stock is pursued by Alistel's soldiers with nowhere to call home. He continues to stay on the move along with Rainey and Ott. Oh, excuse me. With Erica gone, however, the only means of saving the world is utterly lost. Stray Lion. Finn. Death of a friend.
You've returned, Stock.
I wish I could say it was just a stroke of bad luck. But history is created by the overlap of countless coincidences.
If Rosh had met you before he performed such an extreme act of violence, perhaps you could have stopped him.
Hang in there, Stock.
Shall we record the actions?
Alright, alright. Let me scan real quick. Poison. I'm out of poison things.
Here's a...
Fire? Yeah, he's on 1 health.
Damn, it didn't work.
It's finally over.
Oh, greater health, thank you.
Rosh.
Dead.
I've gotten into some pretty serious scraps with you in the past. But this is a first. In a plain
there you go.
fist fight, we'd be evenly matched.
Because Sonia would always stop us.
Is that princess so important to you? Enough that you'd go against your mission?
Rosh.
Honestly, maybe this was for the best. Alistel is in shambles. And it's all Hugo's fault. But I didn't have the courage to rebel against my country. I busied myself with missions. And this is what happened. If only I had a strong heart like you. I get it. I see what you're doing. Keep going. Until the end.
Rosh! Why? Why did this happen? This is what the White Chronicle warned me of. He was my best friend. Why? I haven't forgotten what you said. That if you died, I shouldn't strain myself bringing your heavy body back, but to just take your mechanical left arm. To take your gauntlet home.
Just his arm? Okay.
Keep that promise at least.
Obtained a broken limb.
But I refuse to accept this outcome. I'm going to save you, whatever it takes. I swear, by this gauntlet.
Oh.
Of all the people you'd end up fighting, I didn't think Rosh would be one of them.
Well, we kind of saw it in
Is this
a
because I
vision
didn't
before,
complete my
so...
mission?
That is only half of it. The other half that brought about this result is rooted deeper.
Rosh said he didn't have the courage to rebel against his country. If he'd been more willing to fight against Alistel, then this wouldn't have had to happen.
Is this why we have, alternate history then? To change Rosh's mind in the other history?
That's exactly it. He should have abandoned his mission and rebelled against Alistel.
Convincing him won't be easy. He's a military man to the bone. His sworn loyalty to Alistel and orders to him are absolute. How can I make a man like that abandon his mission?
Stock, what was your reason?
It was Erica. After I heard her story, I began to think about things in terms of the world, not my country. I realized there are things more worth fighting for than Alistel. So then...
You see it now, Stock. Rosh needs to change his way of thinking, just as you did. One can grasp it intellectually, but it doesn't matter if your heart won't follow your head. You need to be strong enough to act upon your beliefs.
And if that happens, we won't end up killing each other. It seems the key to all this is the other history. Over there, Rosh and I are together. That'll give me more of a chance to change his mind.
Well, Rosh is, kind of on, teetering on the edge of death in the other history right now,
You
so...
seem to have hit upon a course of action. I wish you well, Stock.
I just want to ask one thing.
What is it?
Erica was saying something. Something about needing my power for the ritual as a last resort. What does that mean? Does it have something to do with the White Chronicle?
I can't tell you.
But you know.
Yes, we do know. But telling you would influence your actions unduly. then we would be no longer guiding you, but steering you.
Ow.
And that is forbidden. We can't control history. Only you can make those decisions, Stock.
We will return to Historia then.
Bye.
The key is in the other history. Wait for me, Rosh.
Rosh and Fury has been added. It's gonna be really depressing. Alternate History, Chapter 3, Despair!
You're awake.
I thought this was, the Grenard Castle at first. And then I realized I don't actually recognize this place.
Can you move?
Yeah,
I'm glad you're better.
thank you. You saved my life.
Right, cause like Stock almost died trying to like fend off all the Alistil soldiers after Rosh.
To be up and around only days after suffering such injuries.
That's DC Douglas, isn't it?
You've trained yourself well, Red One.
Wait, is this the guy who's like voiced by Kiryu in the Japanese version?
Red One.
I kinda wanna hear what that sounds
Tell
like.
me, where am I?
This is Celestia.
Celestia. That's Satiros territory if I remember right. But you're...
I am Gafka.
Oh? You get a character intro, that means... Both Gafka and Heist are voiced by DC Douglas. I didn't realize Heist was voiced by DC Douglas. I didn't realize that. I might have to listen to his voice again. Hold on. Maybe later.
And indeed, I am a Gutral. I am living in this town now, for, personal reasons.
Kafka.
I'm trying to remember what Heist sounds like, but I can't quite remember. When we talk to him again, I'll see.
I'm Ott.
I know.
Yeah, I know.
What's this now? Do you know him, Ott?
Do I?
Right, we haven't met Ott in this timeline
I
yet.
don't remember.
Oh.
Am I the only one here? When you rescued me, was there anyone else nearby?
Do you refer to the tough one? Don't worry, he is in Celestia as well.
Oh, Sonia.
Stock! You're awake!
Sonia, you made it too. And Rosh?
The music here is quite nice, actually.
Rosh is safe. Ott and Gavka found us. They're giving us asylum in this village. I can't thank them enough for their kindness.
I did nothing but carry the two unconscious humans here. It is Ott who deserves your thanks. She is the one who arranged for your entry to the village.
We gotta help each other out when we're in trouble.
Thank you so much, Ott.
Sonia, where's Rosh?
He's recovering very nicely. In fact, he's out taking a walk around the village now.
How much time has passed?
A walk? But when we left Alistel, he was...
Yes, I couldn't believe it either. But it seems the overwhelming mana in this village accelerated his recovery.
I see.
Although, right now, he's...
No need to tell me.
Lost.
Huh?
I'll go see him myself.
Do you see something sparkly? Hold up.
What is it?
What's the matter, human?
Do you know of a flower called the Celestia Iris? I figured it would be something that grew here, just based on the name.
Ah.
Oh, Celestia irises are the small pretty flowers on the ground here. They're actually really hard to grow. They don't usually bloom. They die as buds. Blooming season has just ended. Buds you see around here will probably die off before even flowering.
Can I take one of these buds?
It's fine, but as I said, blooming season just ended. If you don't mind that, go ahead and take one. Ooh.
There's still a way to make this flower bloom.
Ow. Doesn't look like there are any side quests around here. Since I'm at a node right now, let me go ahead and give that flower back to the lady though.
Yes? Aww.
Fortunately, according to what I researched, its blooming season has passed. Take this flower and return it to the earth.
It's too early to say that.
Oh, I need to go even earlier, okay.
Yes?
Is that a Celestia Iris? I've never seen one before, it's still a bud.
I hear it's hard to get one to bloom. Can you do it?
Yes.
I'll certainly do my best. If all goes well, I might be able to raise a whole field of Celestia Irises here. Thank you, I'll get right on it. Gave her the bud, but my job isn't done yet. I'll up in the future to check whether or not the flower ends up blooming.
Thank goodness.
Celestia Iris bloomed, look at it! I never thought I'd see such a beautiful flower with my own eyes. I'm so happy. Thanks for giving me the iris bud. Somatech orb.
Yes.
I want to grow more and more of them. One day I'll make the desert One day I'll make the desertified places bloom with flowers. Nice. What does that do? I liked that Stock has time to care about all these other townspeople issues despite the looming danger at hand. Well, I guess when you have the ability to, like, move through time with relative ease. I mean, you have all the time in the world to deal with everyone else's problems. Magic defense.
Stock. Long time no see.
Ooh. Actually, this area's, like, aesthetic is very similar to, like, the area where Stock ended up in the very beginning of the game. When he jumped off the bridge in order to escape Palamedes. And, the two kids from Historia found him.
Yeah. Are you in better shape now? You can talk to me, Rosh.
My brigade. What happened to them?
Honestly, I don't know what became of anyone except you.
Kill.
We know broadly what happened. Sylvan sent Paleson's brigade to ambush you. And he was able to do that because Hugo sold you out.
Isn't anyone else left?
In the moment, you were the only one I could take.
Why not Keel instead of me? Or Scott? Or Roy? Or Baleen? They were all new recruits. I finally learned their names. Where are they? Why did you save me?
I swore to Keel that I'd protect you, come what may. He believed you'd rise again to lead Alistel down the right path. Everyone did. They placed all their hopes on you.
Damn it! Even then, there's nothing I can do in this state. The gauntlet replacing my arm is busted. What do you expect me to do like this, Stock? And you? Why didn't you protect your men? That's your duty as a superior officer. You're nothing but a... Forgive me. You did nothing wrong. I'm the one to blame. I was so focused on the war that I couldn't protect them from the dangers lurking in Alistel. It would have been better if I just died then and there.
That's not true. Don't give me that self-pitying nonsense. If Keel and the others were here right now, could you say those exact words to them? You survived because everybody else was counting on you. Your life isn't just yours anymore. So that'll be enough of that from you.
Leave me. I don't want to see anyone right now.
I'm sorry, Stock. Rosh said some terrible things.
It's all right. You don't need to apologize for him.
It's just, I've never seen him like that.
He really seems defeated.
Yeah, he's going through a lot.
It's possible that his broken gauntlet is getting to him.
His left arm. He's never talked about that. And I've never asked. It'd be intruding too much on what must have been a traumatic event. But considering the situation, I think I need to know. What's the history behind it?
I see no reason not to tell you. It happened a long time ago. One day, a certain new recruit was assigned to serve in a brigade with my brother. This recruit was severely wounded in battle and lost his left arm. Since my brother was also a Thaumatech engineer, he performed surgery to save the soldier. In the process, he grafted the long-in-development mechanical arm to him, the gauntlet. That new recruit was, of course, our Rosh. My brother was especially fond of him.
So that's how he got such cutting-edge technology, even as a low-ranking soldier.
Kind of reminds me of Ed from Full Metal Alchemist. Not
Rosh
really, but
knows
kind
that.
of.
But the gift of his Thaumatech meant he'd be forever in debt to the army.
Naturally, the army couldn't let their most prized technology out of their possession. Having that gauntlet makes him, by extension, property of the army rather than Alistel.
Rosh is a soldier at heart. I don't think he resents the army having a hold over him. On the contrary, he uses that gauntlet with pride. Rosh thinks using the gauntlet in the service of the military is the best way to repay my brother.
His left arm was his very soul as a soldier. Now that soul's been shattered, and he was unable to protect his own brigade. I understand better now. If the gauntlet means that much to him, did your brother also die in battle?
Yes. 2 years ago. I was told it was an honorable death, that he was considerate of his men to the last.
I see.
Rosh supported me through that. That's why it's my turn to support him now. But there's nothing I can do. The only way I can help is to be by his side. Nothing I say seems to reach him.
We can fix the
And
gauntlet?
call me selfish if you like, but I don't want him fighting anymore. I'm tired of seeing everyone hurt and bleeding.
Sonia.
I'm sorry. A doctor should be thinking more rationally. But I'm being serious when I say I don't want him to fight anymore. And Stock, I could say the same about you. The gauntlet is Rosh's soul. Unless it's fixed, I doubt he'll be able to pull out of this.
Anyway, even if he does pull himself together, he can't go back into battle like this. Is there any way you can repair his gauntlet?
Not with the equipment here, unfortunately. My boss, Fennel, is the most skilled Thaumatech scholar there is. He taught me how to service the gauntlets for Rosh's sake, so I do have the know-how. I just don't have the core parts to do it with.
Core parts? Can't we use what we have?
It's not that simple. The core parts are the basis for control of the gauntlet's movement. I didn't realize until I had him on the table how fierce the battle must have been. The core parts that should have been in his gauntlet were broken, completely unrecoverable. I could make new ones from scratch, but I'd need a facility like the one at Alistel Castle. Or if I could get my hands on an unused gauntlet, I could salvage core parts from that.
Well...
Ah, there you are, Red One. I hope I'm not interrupting. Would you mind coming with me? The Patriarch is calling for you.
Who is this Patriarch?
Me.
Go on, Stock. I'll stay with Raj. It's the only thing I can do.
All right. Look after him for me, and call me if anything comes up. And Sonia, don't take it so hard.
Thank you.
Unacceptable loss has been added. Gauntlet has been added.
Where are we off to?
This way.
Okay, wait, I wanted to bring this up before, but this cutscene is going on longer than I thought it would.
You're expected.
Barry Chung's voice acting as Rosh, absolutely insane. I guess that is expected for Barry Chung. He also did Yagami, and he does Yagami quite well.
Patriarch Barranca, I have brought the Red One.
Indeed.
Okay, thank you, Gafka. Now, Stalk.
What do you want?
Show some respect, why don't you?
Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa.
By whose grace do you think a filthy human is allowed here?
Oh, the voice sounds kind of familiar.
No, no.
There's no need for that, Elm. He is our guest.
Elm, you're a lady. Try acting like one. I'm sure it would help our injured guest feel more at home.
Shut up! Butt out, okay? Really? Treating humans as our guests is just...
Oh, that voice sounds super familiar.
No, no.
Alright now, that's enough, Elm. I am sorry, Stock. Many people have... Many here have a low opinion of humans. Ray is Fire Emblem VA. So, Makoto? From Persona 5?
That's alright. Let's get down to business.
Indeed. From what Gafka tells me, you're rather skilled.
Will you do this for me?
I'd like to put those skills to use with a
What's
favor.
that?
A band from our clan who travels the continent gathering goods and information will return soon. But these past few days I've seen an odd increase in the monsters at Lasville Hills. Albus Vigilante Corps and Gafka are helping to deal with them, but it isn't easy.
So you want my help as well? Alright. I do owe you for taking us in.
And here I'd been fantasizing about what I could do to you if you refused.
Yeah, I can see her as, Chamile.
I'm surprised at how rude you can be sometimes. Elm's hatred for humans isn't easy to deal with.
Elm! Stock's not a bad guy. Don't say nasty things about him.
Thanks, Ott.
You too, Lady Ott?
I'm sorry to put this on you so suddenly, but I'd like you to go about this at once.
Understood.
Why don't I come with you?
Join my party.
Ah.
Would you? Be reassuring to all, I'm sure.
Oh, I want to help too. Can I?
No, you need to stay here. Hold up, I need a party of 3, though.
No, I'm gonna go with Stock.
No, no.
What?
Don't worry, Patriarch. I'll be there with her. And the Red One is quite skilled. There's nothing to fear.
Oh, goodness.
What a troublesome, headstrong child. Well then, Stock, I'm sorry to add to your burden, but I'll be counting on you.
Got it.
Ott is joined. Gafka is joined. Beastkind's favor has been added. Ott is still 1 HP. Qigong Wave. Center column physical. Aerosol elemental beads. Pulls target forward. Mushin. Raises crit rate. Support. All enemies lightning damage. I mean, I guess you just seem to be like a physical attacker then. Seem to be. See if I can get some good accessories for Gafka. Actually, I didn't really look at his stats, but he's He's good attack and good defense. All of his other stats seem to be a little bit lower. These guys don't seem to have any side quests around, at least.
That's Rosh's where?
Ooh.
How did you get this?
Don't ask.
Never mind that. Can you check something right now? Is the part you need in this gauntlet?
May I see it for a second? Oh, yes. The core parts are still there and intact. But if I try and take them out with the tools I have here, I may break them.
What do you need to get it out safely?
Back in Alistel, I had the facilities I'd need for this kind of work.
I see. This is why there was that third, like, dotted line from, like, the very first
But
choice.
to go back there now is impossible. This might be for the best, though. If I could fix it, then Rosh would be able to fight again.
I see. Sorry to bother you. Just to be sure, the tools you need are in Alistel, right? Got it.
Do I have to go all the way back to the beginning here, then? Hold up, skip.
Huh?
Stock, why do you have a gauntlet?
Yes.
Sorry, but I don't have time to
I
explain.
have a favor to ask.
Can I ask you a favor? I want you to remove the core parts from this gauntlet. Well, I can do that, but then this gauntlet will be useless. Although it does look pretty damaged.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Please do it.
Of course.
Okay.
Yes.
I did it. Here you go.
Also,
And take this, too. It's a makeshift tool to insert the core parts into another gauntlet. I don't know why you'll need the core parts, but I'm sure you'll need that tool, too. Where's core part?
Got it.
Thank you. Don't mention it. Keep in mind, though, the inner makeup of a gauntlet is a well-kept secret. Watch what you do with that.
Yes.
I will. Sorry for asking you to do this. Okay. So that's a thing. I got it.
are those the core parts for the gauntlet?
Even better. Not only do I have the parts, I have the tool to install them too. Thaumatech has never been my specialty, though. Hopefully this is right.
Yes, that's perfect. How did you...
Don't ask.
Oh, are these the core parts I extracted in the lab? And these tools. I've seen them before.
Well, I guess that makes sense.
They were yours to begin with. I'll return them to you.
Are you telling me to fix the gauntlet with these parts? Stock,
I know what you're trying to say. I'm not certain what the best thing to do is either, Sonia. Maybe you're right. Maybe Rosh is done fighting. But personally, I don't believe that for a second. Rosh is a warrior at heart. His men looked up to him for that very reason. I don't think that the fire within him is extinguished yet. Sonia, if he decides to fight again, please support him. I'll leave the parts with you until then.
Okay. So...
Rosh.
I guess that is just something that we'll just have to pay off later. Much later. Actually, I'm starting to realize Gafu joined me at level 23, which means all my other characters who are under level 23 are probably extremely underleveled. I don't know where I'm supposed to go. Not that way. Evidently.
Soldiers. I can't let them spot me. Best to take a different route.
Come at me!
Oh, I thought that was like the Mushroom's voice line. Nope, that was Kafka. Oh, there's a note right here.
Monsters' numbers have increased. They've grown more savage as well.
Savage as a fuck.
Because humans aren't carrying out their duties of protecting the Earth. It's a real problem.
Our duty to protect the Earth?
Don't you know, Stock?
Apparently you don't. To live on this continent without knowing how it all came to be. A lamentable state of things.
Kafka, quit picking on Stock.
I meant him no disrespect. It's just, as one who lives on this continent,
Someone help!
It came from that way.
I bet it's some monsters attacking. We gotta rescue them.
Let's go.
Are we ready to begin? No problem.
That must be the group the Patriarch was talking about.
What is that? Oh my god. Looks like a fat Tanuki. It's kinda cute. Nice.
Looks as though we've won.
What splendid skill. You saved our lives. My name is Vanos, and I'm the leader of this troop.
I know.
Vanos.
Uncle Vanos!
Ah, dear Aunt. You've grown so much while I was away.
You're the ones the Patriarch mentioned, then.
That's us. We're doing a tour of duty across the continent as traveling performers. Periodically, we make trips back to Celestia to deliver whatever information and supplies we find.
So I wonder why Ott isn't traveling with them in this timeline then.
I'm glad you're all safe.
The monsters in this area normally pose no threat, but there are an unusual number of them, all with a vicious temperament. We owe our survival to you three. I really can't thank you enough.
There's no need for thanks.
That's right, there is still that one boar I need to kill in for that one side quest. I don't know if I want to try to do that again.
No need to stay here any longer either. Let's get back to Celestia.
Eastgain's favor has been revised. Okay. I see. So the situation in the wider world continues to worsen.
Granorg was in utter chaos. We barely escaped. You can hardly even call what's going on there a war at this point. Granorg is perpetually on the run from Alistel's overwhelming military might.
Indeed.
Then Granorg will fall. Seems their karma has caught up with them. The problem is what happens afterwards. Who exactly rules Alistel?
The common consensus at the front line is that General Hugo has full authority over the army. There's no knowing how true that is without actually venturing into Alistel, though.
I've heard rumors of this Hugo.
He's a son of a bitch.
I doubt he's a trustworthy human, to say the least.
Peace doesn't necessarily follow war, but...
Will you do this for me?
I'm sorry, Vanos, but I ask that you head to Alistel as soon as you can.
Such is the lot of we travelers. Never fear, Patriarch. I'll be on my way soon.
Well then.
Then rest well. You must be tired from your long journey.
Yes. Please excuse me.
So Hugo has full control of Alistel now. I wonder if Lieutenant General Raoul is safe. It's seeming like I'll need to revisit Alistel, as dangerous as that may be. I need to see what it's like on the ground and, if possible, meet with Lieutenant General Raoul somehow. Just Vanos if he'd mind me tagging along. Otta's left your party. Gafka has left. Part of Vanos has been added? Wait, why are you still there?
Do you want to go back to Alistel, Stock?
Even if I wanted to go back, that's not an option for me.
Then I want you to stay here forever. It's safe here. The outside world just feels evil right now. So you should just stay right here.
I thought you had like something important to say to these two.
You humans are the source of the problems in this world.
What do you mean?
Are you truly so ignorant? How exasperating. Humans have been entrusted with the role of protecting this continent. And Granorg's royal family has been given tremendous power in order to do so.
Are those all rumors or legends?
Just because it's a legend doesn't mean it's entirely untrue. Think about it. Once Protea took the throne, the desertification intensified, and monsters have multiplied as well. This is all because Protea isn't upholding her responsibilities. Wasn't Alistel fighting Granorg to correct that very situation?
It seems that information is not getting to these lands correctly.
Are you saying that's not the case?
The war between those two powers started over territory. And now Hugo's just seizing the opening to try and take over everything for his own greed.
So the Alistelians are just as greedy as the Granorg leaders. You humans really are nothing but trouble. I'm done talking to you. Go somewhere else.
Okay.
Go somewhere outside of this village.
Yes.
I was just saying that I never hear any good rumors about Hugo. Although, they're just rumors, so who knows what's true. Can anyone really be that evil?
He doesn't seem to view other people as anything more than trash. He won't think twice about killing any number of people just to keep his position. That's the kind of man he is.
If that's true, then he's no different from Queen Protea of Granorg.
Doing
What
better,
is it?
buddy?
Hugo defeated the Granorg army at Grand Plain.
I see. So, we put our lives on the line to help him prepare for that. So what are you gonna do?
I'll defeat Hugo.
What? All our troops are gone. Don't act like you can fight him alone. The battle ended. And it ended in the worst possible way for us.
Do you really think that it's over?
I can't take this right now. I want to be alone.
What's the matter, Stock?
How do you plan on entering Alistel?
We'll go as traveling entertainers. While our purpose is a ruse, our show is real.
I see. Actually, I came to ask you to take me with you.
Take me with
I
you.
want to see what's happening to Alistel for myself. If needed, I could perform in your show as well.
I know sword dancing.
Oh, so you too are a talented performer. There is truly more to you than meets the eye. Yet, you may not need to. There aren't any major checkpoints until we reach Alistel. And, if need be, we may be able to claim you're a bodyguard we hired. In any case...
What is it?
It's just... I seem to recall taking someone else with us in the same way. But I can't remember any of the details.
Don't think too hard about it, buddy. It's fine. It's just deja vu from another timeline.
Ah, well, it's not important. Probably just my imagination. Well, Stock, please make yourself ready to depart. We'll leave for Alistel tomorrow.
The next day.
Stock, are you really going back there? You'll be a wanted man.
Yeah, I can't imagine anyone in Alistel who wouldn't recognize Stock.
I'm too worried about Lieutenant General Raoul. Don't worry. I was an SI man until recently. I'm well versed in keeping a low profile.
You're wearing bright red.
You're right. But be careful all the same.
It's all right. You'll see me again. Look after Rosh while I'm gone.
I will.
Alistel is a dangerous place to be right now. We'll come too.
You need 3 party
Worried
members.
if you went alone, Stock. That's why we'll come with you.
I believe we've already proven ourselves. I doubt we'd be a burden to you.
Not that I don't appreciate it. But won't the Patriarch object to Ott coming?
But if I'm not with you, then you can't get through the barrier on your way back.
The girl is correct.
I see. All right.
Get back in here.
Well then, it's time we're off. Except for one thing. There's actually been a slight change in plan. It seems we'll be traveling separately from you, Stock.
Is that what you were speaking to the Patriarch about?
Yes. We'll be making haste for Cygnus on his orders. But don't be worried on our account. We'll head directly to Alistel afterwards. Our business in Cygnus should be brief, so it won't be long before our paths rejoin.
A little bit worried about that.
Right. If we get there first, we'll stay low and wait for your arrival.
That would be best, I think. And now, it really is time that we departed. We'll see you in Alistel.
What is the purpose of that? Of them going to Cygnus then?
We should get going too.
Okay. Well, on the surface, it doesn't look anything like anything's changed. No soldiers posted either. They get careless thinking I wouldn't return. Wonder how Lieutenant General Raoul is doing.
We made much better time than I'd expected.
That was quick.
Ah, Stock. I'm glad we were able to find each other. How is the city?
Same old, it seems. Where's everyone else?
I left them waiting outside the city walls, just in case. But it seems there aren't any problems coming this far in, at the least. Well then, it's time we got to gathering information.
What's your plan?
Oh, we'll try the usual methods tailored to our troupe. I'll announce to the people that we'll be performing here.
A performance?
When people gather, they also talk. You'll see. But we can't have people finding out who you are before that. So please, use this robe.
Sorry for the trouble. I'll put it on if the need arises.
Put on now, you're kinda conspicuous, dude.
Greetings, good folk of Alistel. We are a troupe of traveling performers come from Cygnus. In a short while, we will be putting on a show of feats and marvels. Come one, come all!
Oh, they're soldiers.
Hey.
You there, what are you doing?
May I help you? I was only announcing that we're putting on a performance here. Enough!
I can see that. Putting on your performance is fine, but you need to stop attracting customers right now. Resolve to profit no one. General Hugo are about to address the people.
Ah, then say no more. We are unfamiliar with this land and your customs. Pardon our small misunderstanding.
Just so long as you know. There won't be a second time.
Stock, what shall we do? It seems there'll be quite a crowd here before long. Should we hide amongst them to listen?
Yeah, they may prove useful.
Then we'll wait for the proper time to leave Alistel. Oh, yes. Don't forget to use the robe I gave you earlier.
I won't. I'll put it on when we go to the square.
No. Return to Alistel has been added. Okay. Okay, I see. What is this?
We will leave Alistel soon. I'm worried about leaving Ott. Can you do me a favor?
Sure.
Ott is what is known as a shaman in Celestia. Shamans must watch over the passing of souls and guide them to the right path.
A psychopomp?
Yes, so I hear.
Shamans have special powers. Normally, when a person dies, others may grieve, but must eventually accept it. That is because there is no way to bring back the dead. But it is not so for a shaman. They live in a balance of life and death, and by stepping off, they may bring them back.
It may be obvious to you, but what is wrong with bringing someone back to life?
Retrieving a lost soul is like sending the rain back to the heavens. Doing the unnatural disturbs the world's order. And when one attempts to repair such disturbances, it only creates more. A shaman with a weak heart will misuse this power and stray from the right path, as the last shaman did.
The last shaman? Is she in Celestia?
No. She was unable to accept a friend's death, and left the village with his soul. Perhaps, if Ott continues on this journey, she may encounter her. If that happens and you are with her, I want you to help her. Make certain that Ott does not go down the wrong path.
Okay.
Thank you. The last rumor I heard was that she had gone towards the desert town. Please, take care of Ott, and be careful.
Wandering soul, okay. Oh shit. Fire Pact, what is that? Drawing of a red sword surrounded by old lettering. Or drawing of a red star surrounded by old lettering. What is the purpose of this then? My dad went to war and he hasn't come back. It's my fault. I hid my dead mom's keepsake from him. It's an amulet that protects us. Thought if I hid it from him, he wouldn't leave. But he went anyway, and he's not coming back because he didn't have the amulet. Sounds like this boy was one of the casualties at Grand Plain. What should I do? You're going to give my dad the amulet? Really? Could you do that? Is he still alive?
I don't know, but I know where he is. Maybe I'll be able to give it to him.
It's fine. Please make sure he gets it. Tell him I'm sorry. Promise me. If I go to the Sand Fortress before the battle, this kid's... Oh, wait, I think I know who this kid is. Who this kid's father is. It's the guy drinking in the cafeteria, I think. Why did this happen?
Excuse me.
I'm sorry you had to see me like this. My husband passed away the other day. Only regret that I didn't make him go to the doctor soon enough. Now this medicine is too late to save him. That's the medicine that he didn't get in time.
Would you mind handing it over to me then?
Huh?
Of course, I don't think I'll ever be using it. My husband would be happy if it went to save someone sick. Anti-poison. Second opinion. Okay. Going into castle doesn't... Okay. Don't go yet. Hold up.
Yes.
I have a kid. He's so sweet and it's kind of a problem. He wouldn't stop crying when I had to go on duty. He wouldn't let go. It's kind of cute, but at the same time I wish he'd toughen up a bit. Huh.
Your son wanted me to give this to you.
Keepsake locket. Amulet. I thought I lost it. I see he was hiding it this entire time. Sheesh, that kid.
He said he wanted to apologize. Why not take a vacation and go see him?
Yes.
It's a nice idea, but I can't. I have to stay here. Now that reinforcements are here, Field Marshal Viola will make a move
You
soon.
really can't take a short break to see him? The battle at Grand Plain will be...
Deadly. I know, but can't go back. This fight is to protect my child.
You got that?
Just thought of something. Can you wait here for a bit?
Yes.
If you ever return to Alistal, can you give my son this letter? It says that I can't go back, but I'll fight my hardest to keep him safe.
I'll give him the letter, but you stay alive. A letter is a poor replacement for a father.
Aw,
I'll be counting on you.
thanks. Please take this as a gift. Hopefully you can use it. Death Pact. What is the purpose of these? They seem like weapon weapon blueprints or something. Coughing a lot these days. Give.
Huh?
Is this for me?
Your wife gave me this medicine. Take it before it's too late.
Whoa, hold up. I'm not dying anytime soon. True, I haven't been feeling well these days, but if my wife got it for me, she must really be worried.
Thank you.
Don't thank me. Thank your wife.
Okay. Let me try to get to a point in time where I can actually fight that war.
This must be the boar that he'll...
Okay, no, I can definitely deal with this now. Yeah, I think he's just gonna keep doing like Ki charge twice in a row, and then he'll do Stampede. I'll just have Marco keep area healing, and then if I don't need a heal, I'll just have him actually use his magic boost for once. Yeah, that does so much more damage. Oh shit. Miscalculated. Let me check my party's equipment. I'm gonna need to prioritize physical defense. And I guess magic attack for both Stock and Rainy then. I'm gonna put that rabbit's foot on Rosh so he can do his follow-up attack, his support ability, more often actually. Equipment isn't exactly great, but I don't really feel like going to another timeline in order to just buy more equipment. Actually, let me use my mana burst.
I won't let you!
Okay. Skill, fire, use my mana burst again. Remember, I can actually do this. Well, again, just in case. Keep using fire. Magic boost on Rainy. Skill. I think it's already dead, but I'm just want to make sure. Yeah, it's already dead.
It's finally over. This meat is different. In any case, it's the boar meat I needed.
Pre-cooked.
Get it to Hilster.
Okay. Where are you, dude? There you are.
Oh!
It's a giant boar meat I was looking for.
One more thing. Can you try using these cornet vegetables in your cooking as well? Huh?
Huh?
Oh!
These vegetables are... Thank you so much. I'll prepare these right away.
If you could.
This time I made giant boar steak with a cornet-style sauce. Please taste it. I wouldn't have expected you to attempt this dish. Nevertheless, I'll give a taste. Can't be this taste. It's impossible for these two ingredients to have this kind of synergy. How did you do this?
Well...
I'll be honest, these people got the ingredients for me. But I was surprised. Both of the primary ingredients entered their prime at different times. If the two ingredients in this dish are the pinnacle of perfection.
Yes.
It's supposed to be impossible. That's when I realized the true meaning of this dish. I don't know how these people could have made the impossible a reality. But I'm sure they did something extraordinary to get the whole of these ingredients. Hard to come by to begin with, being separated by such long distances. Hope that one day the land would be peaceful enough to make them traded with ease. That's why we chefs have to keep refining our skill, so that maybe one day that comes true. Understood all of this. There's nothing more I could say. We'll start with the grungiest work in the palace kitchen, and don't even think about quitting. Yes, sir. No, sir.
Thank you very much.
I'm one step closer to living my dream. Well, considering what happens after this, and more than that, I've come a long way as a chef. This is a token of my appreciation. Can't thank you enough. What are these packs? Hope you'll try my cooking again someday. I'll be a better chef by then, so I'm sure it'll be tasty. Anyway, see you around. Sir, did you find my dad? Were you able to give him the amulet?
I made sure he got it.
That's not true.
You're lying. If my dad was alive, he'd be back home by now. And he's not back, so he's...
I'm not lying. He wrote you a letter. Here.
Dead? That says I can't be sad no matter what happens to him. He's fighting for what he believes in and what he wants to protect. But listen to this part. As long as you believe I'm coming home, I want you to be a strong boy and wait for me. Show me that you have the strength to stand up for what you believe in. Going to stay strong just like Dad. He's going to be surprised when he comes home. not gonna cry anymore.
Yeah. I'm sure your dad would like that.
Oh.
Thank you!
Sir, thank you for the amulet and the letter and everything. This is something that means a lot to me, but you can have it. Celestia oil. I'ma drink it.
Huh?
You, look, when I took that medicine you gave me, my cough cleared right up.
Thank you so much.
Got you to thank for that.
No, I told you before. I got it from your wife.
Oh,
Come on, you just said that so you take it. I didn't feel bad when you gave it to me. Asked my wife and she said she'd never bought me any medicine. You're so modest. Saved my life. Here, please accept this. Slumbering scroll.
Thank you so much.
Is that a scroll for either Marco or Rainy? I'm going to go back in time and teach that to Rainy real quick then. And then we'll continue with the story. I'll skip it. Sleep break.
Yes.
It probably just puts people to sleep then. Alright. I won't be able to use it anytime soon since I'm pretty sure Rainy is dead in this timeline. Also, I'm apparently at like 108 out of 283 stuff of events in like Chronicles, so it sounds like I'm around like a little over a third of the way through the game. Hugo will be issuing the proclamation just up ahead. Go. Spot me instantly if I go in like this. I'd better wear the robe Vanos lent me. The NPC-fication. Alright, let's go.
I will now deliver to you who have gathered here the words of the Prophet Noah.
You're bullshit.
By virtue of the Prophet Noah's wise leadership, the evil nation of Granorg shall soon fall. But this alone will not suffice to bring the Prophet's ideals to fruition. Even after Granorg's defeat, many in this world remain who are untouched by the Prophet's light. These wretched people, knowing not the ways of God nor man, continue to pollute this world. And this leaves the Prophet Noah with a heavy heart.
I don't like this. It's a very arrogant point of view.
White Colonist point of view.
Consider the savage tribe living in the western wastes.
Yeah, White Colonist point of
The
view.
Prophet reached out his hand, and thrice has it been slapped away. Until they have now resorted to unforgivable blasphemy by defying him through military strength.
That's right.
May heaven's wrath strike down the savage tribe of sickness.
Consider too the beast kind, whose misshapen forms ravage the lands ruled by man.
Dude, you're just
Their
racist.
monstrous countenances and alien magics mark them as an enemy to be feared.
Hey!
Weren't there some beast kind in the city just a moment ago?
Yes.
Yes, they were. I saw them. Shit.
Hope Vanos and the others have already made their exit.
This is horrible.
It seems there's no hope for peace between us. I've heard all I want to. Let's go.
Wait. We'll cause a scene if we leave now. We need to go along with the rest of the crowd once the speech is over.
Children of the Prophet Noah, children of Alistel, our battle has not yet come to an end. Not until the eyes of the savages are opened, and the bloodline of the beasts is terminated. Let us march proudly together, hand in hand.
Yeah, no, this guy's an
May
asshole.
light shine upon Alistel.
Darkness and Alisla has been added. It's kind of fucked up.
I doubt our performance would be welcome here anymore. If we were to put on a show now, They'd throw rocks, not coins.
We didn't do anything bad. Why did he say that stuff?
Cause he's an asshole.
Elm is always mad.
I'm sorry.
It's not your fault, Stock. It's that bad Baldy.
Stock.
Thanos?
Here. Show this to no one else.
Was it Thanos? That man was that?
What's the matter?
Oops.
The man slipped me a note.
Barsback Alley Knight R.
What
R?
is this?
Rush?
What's the R mean?
I think I have some idea. Let's go to where the note tells us.
Unrobed.
We'll wait for you here. We do stand out a...
Yeah,
Oops.
I agree.
A little bit worried that something bad might happen to my friends here.
Stock.
So that was you this afternoon. I'm glad to see you safe, R. Or, rather, Lieutenant General Raoul.
Oh, yeah.
Just barely. I wish we could celebrate our reunion, but there isn't any time.
I forgot what you sounded like. I thought you were Vanoss by the
Currently
voice.
being hunted, just as you are.
Shit.
Would you leave Alastel with me now? No questions asked.
That was my plan, yes.
Alastel has gone completely mad. Under Hugo's leadership, the people have lost sight of the path they should be taking. I couldn't do anything about it, even if I could stay here. We must take steps outside the country to stop this madness.
I agree. Actually, I have some partners I've been working with. I had them wait elsewhere, so we should meet up with them first.
All right. You can come out now.
Who? I thought you guys were dead.
Stock!
You two.
Didn't you die?
You're safe. I'm so glad.
Not as glad as I am to see you two safe and sound.
Okay, I guess you're not. Okay, I guess you will be returning to my party then.
Seriously, though, we were so worried about you. A lot of stuff had happened by the time we got back to Alastel. They told us you disappeared.
Well, we can talk about it later. For now, we must hurry and get out of here.
Rainy has joined your party. Marco's here too. The union with Raoul has been added to the White Chronicle. Honestly thought they were dead. I would not have put it past this game for them to kill off 2 party members in an alternate timeline.
Are you, R?
Indeed. My name is Raoul. It's nice to meet you. I was previously Stock Superior, but as you can see, I'm currently being hunted.
Wow, a Gootrel! I've never seen one before. I didn't realize they were so big.
This could be a problem. A small one. A woman. And...
Is something wrong, Gafka?
to be honest, all you humans look the same to me.
Hey!
Hey, we got a tip that the traitor Stock and Raoul were seen around here. We gotta go. Really?
Right.
They must still be hiding around here. Let's go. Great, they're stupid.
No rest for the weary, I see.
Let's hurry and get out of here before they find us.
I do feel like, shoot.
They found us.
There you are, traitors. You and those conspiring with you, all will be eliminated right here.
Out of our way. I won't hold back just because we used to be on the same side.
It's a good thing I saved. There's spearmen. Oh shit.
To lose.
Something I can actually use. turn into sand. Just turn into sand. Okay.
What in the world?
There's no time to talk, Lieutenant General. Let's hurry and get away.
Right.